morning,
Good morning.
I was thinking that almost the heart attack. I was thinking, my God, it's so late. I got up from sleep. Then afterwards I realized, no, it is 1 hour. We have to adjust the clock. So friends, let us begin with the words that we always chant. Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Dhyanagamyam Vande Vishnum Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokaika Natham. Now we are paying our great respect to the Lord Vishnu. But in the same Bhagavata, the Bhagavata is the book dedicated to Lord Vishnu. Then, only the 10th chapter is the Lord Vishnu's avatara, that is the Rama and Krishna. But in the Bhagavata we find the wonderful discussions of the knowledge, the jnana. And the last few days we were studying these, the Avadhuta Gita. Avadhuta Gita is the extreme point of the Vedanta. Here, no compromise. Those who are attending the classes, no compromise at all. No thinking of anything. And in the 5th chapter, 32 verse, Avadhuta, is wonderfully he expressed, Bindati bindati nahi nahi yatra, Chando lakshanam nahi nahi tatra, Samarasha magno bhavita putaha, Pralapati tattva parama avadhuta. Bindati bindati nahi nahi yatra. When there is no chance, opportunity to express in words. You cannot tell, we cannot express the Brahman. Why? The Brahman is beyond time, space and causation. As because the beyond time, space and causation, how to express that through words? Because the moment we try to express, it comes within these three. It is beyond that. So he says, when there is no chance to express, then Chanda Lakshanam, and expressing that in beautiful words, where from it is possible? It is not possible. So he says, Bindati bindati, when there is no chance to express, Nahi nahi yatra, when there is no chance, opportunity, Chanda Lakshanam, Nahi nahi tatra. There the expression cannot be, then what will be? Samarasha magna. Samarasha means the same equilibrium and same thought, the feeling of the oneness. Samarasa magna. Now, if a person come to me and try to express about myself, what I will feel? Am I going to learn anything from him? If I was not lost then that is a different. But the normal person, suppose I go to you and say, do you know where you were born? And you say, why? Suddenly you asking this question? Is everything all right with you? Because naturally I know everything about myself. I am not going to learn anything from anywhere, from anyone. So same way, when I realize that I am Brahman, all pervading, no question of describing it. I know who am I. The same way it says, Samarasa Magna Bhavita Putaha. When your mind is that rasa here it says the same idea that I am that consciousness. And when you are thinking that you are one and there is no two, and when you are thinking only about the spirituality, the spiritual consciousness, not about this world, you become pure. The purity and impurity. What is the purity? Thinking about God. What is the impurity? Thinking about the world. When I am constantly thinking what I should do and when I should purchase this plot and these, do so many different type of worldly thoughts, it's coming. It is impure. Why it is impure? Because it is temporary. And when it is temporary, you are going to suffer. So that is the main way it always says. The impurity means when your mind is attached with the worldly things. Attached with the worldly things. And purity when your mind is attached with the spirituality. This much. But we always think that if we go and take a bath in the Ganga, we are pure. It may be, it depends on the thought. And many of the rishis, they told, yes, it's a pure flow, that's okay. But at the same time, if you go and think in this way, so many fishes are there in the Ganga. Are they all pure? Are they all going to get the moksha? It is not possible. The same way the great sage, that lady, and she told that Patthar pujan se hari mile to main puju pahar, Mirabai. If you think that just a small piece of stone, by worshipping that, you can get God, why small stone? I will worship the whole hill. So that is the idea. We have to understand that. The purity means thought of God. Impurity means just opposite. This here he says, Samarasa Magna. I am constantly thinking that I am all pervading consciousness. It is not possible to describe. The Brahman cannot be described. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he also said, no one can defile Brahman. Eto kara jayana. No one can defile Brahman. So this is a beautiful concept. Only you have to realize it. Slowly, slowly, you have to prepare your mind in such a way so that you can realize it. And how we will know that someone has realized it? There must be some example. Otherwise, an abstract idea, no example, no application, then why should you accept it? Then when you say, if you go and eat the pizza, it is very tasty. Now, someone should say, yes, I have eaten the pizza and it's true. Then third, fourth, fifth, all people they say yes, then only we can accept it. Otherwise, how it is possible? I can also vouch say, yes, pizza is good, because yesterday only I ate. A small piece. So this is the way we have to understand. There must be someone who will say, yes, it has been tested. And whatever the formula they gave, it is true. Bhagavad Gita, it says, Arjuna is asking this question. And this is the speciality of the Hinduism, asking question. Yeah, I understand, you are my guru, you are a great person. Whatever you say must be true, but I have every right to ask question. And that's why they say, when you are worshipping Guru, servicing giving the service to your Guru. How you can do that? Asking proper question. Pariprasnena sevaya. Seva. You are serving him. How? Asking proper question. So here it says, the Arjuna is asking, Sthita Pragyasya ka bhasha, in the second chapter, 54 verse. Just before that, Krishna was describing about the Brahman. And he said, when a person knows about it, realizes the Brahman, then it becomes Sthita Pragya. Pragya means his wisdom become completely steady. It won't go anywhere else. Then he is asking this question. Sthita pragyasya ka bhasha. A person of steady wisdom, how he lives, how he expresses. Samadhistasya keshava. What is the symbol? You know, the bhasha means symbol. How to understand? Samadhistasya keshava, a man of samadhi. Same. Sthita pragya and samadhista. When a person is samadhista, means he is having the same idea. His mind will never go here and there. Sthito dhi kim prabhaseta. 3 different words Arjuna has used. First is sthita pragya, second samadhista, third sthito dhi. Intellect is for, yes, this is this. Can you please tell me how the steady intellect, steady wisdom, and a man of samadhi, how he speak, walk, live? How you will recognize? Is there anyone in the society? And the Lord gives the wonderful answer. Most of you know in the Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, 55 verses, goes on giving that description. The first verse says, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan. Sarvan kaman prajahati. Sarvan, each and everything should be given up. No desire should be there. Not a single desire. The small little desire is there. No, you cannot get that idea. The desire means attachment to the worldly things. So you won't get that. In Hindi they say, Yatha jahan kam, taha nahi ram. Jahan ram, taha nahi kam. Kama means desire. If you have no Rama, no God, it will be there. And if you have Ram, there is no Kama. So this is the idea. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogata. How we will understand that this is a person of self-realized or God-realized person? First, that he should not have any desire. He is not having any except love for people, love for the being. Except that. Because why the love? Because he sees God within them. That is the reason. One person came to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna and said, hey, what is it? You are constantly thinking about the young boys. Oh, how are they? What they are doing? They should do this. Why you are thinking in this way? You are a man of realization. You should not think. Sri Ramakrishna, just like a young little boy, he was confused. This man, he is an educated person. When he is telling like that must be something. And he ran to goddess Kali. You know the relation of the goddess Kali and Sri. Just like a mother and the son. Mother, this man was telling, I am thinking about Norin, about Rakhal. Is it bad? Mother said something. And the proud boy came back. He said, rascal, I am not going to listen to you. Mother said, I love those because they are having the God within them. They are pure. Their mind is not attached to the world. They are not selfish. So I love them. So this love is there. But why? Because of this. Prajahati yada kama, no desire at all. And the same person, Sri Ramakrishna, in those days, one businessman came to give him 10,000 rupees. Can you imagine in those days? People used to earn hardly 5 rupees or 8 rupees. And they were rich people, earning 8 rupees per month. 10,000 rupees. And Sri Krishna, he became, why you have brought this money to me? What I am going to do? I can never accept it. No desire at all. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogata. How it is possible? Atman nevatmana tushta sthita pragyascha uchyate. Atman neva atmanas tushta. In Andaman, when it was a very, very poor condition, you cannot imagine the poverty I lived. Right from the birth, I never saw poverty. And when I joined the Ramakrishna mission, that was a very good centers. So no poverty at all. But when they sent me to Andaman, oh my God, then I was face to face with the poverty. Every day morning I used to, and really now I feel how I used to do. I used to go and count how much money I am having. There was the packet was there, I kept my money. How many are there? Every day I was spending 50 rupees and really so terrible condition. In that condition, suddenly one evening, one car came and 3 boxes full of money and all $1,000 notes, something like that. They brought it and told Swamiji, you keep it only for 3 days under your bed. Nobody is going to. And then 1 full bag we will give it to you, 2 bags we will take back. I told no, you take back 3. All the 3 you take it back right now, immediately. I needed money, but not in that fashion. I prayed to Mother, Mother, give me some money. 50 orphan children are there. I can't give them food, no proper clothing. We prayed to Mother, but not that black money. But nearby there was a temple. After a month I saw, suddenly they have become very rich. They are also poor, like us. But suddenly, so I understood, okay, 1 bag has come. Okay. So, this way it goes. But you have to stick to. Why? Because spirituality. Why we have become monk? For God realization. Not for the appreciation of the society or the certification of the society. No, not like that. So individual must be very, very careful what I am doing, how I am doing, why I am doing. So that is very important. So here it says, when you can do that, ultimately today we will conclude this Ashtavakra, the Gita, Samgita, and we will see how Ashtavakra is describing a holy man. And we will conclude by that. Again, we find in the Ashtavakra Samhita, chapter 10, 3 and 4 verse, it says, Yatra yatra bhavet trishna, samsaram vidhi tatra vai. Wherever there is a desire, that is samsara. What is samsara? Yatra yatra bhavet trishna, samsaram vidhi tatra vai. Desire means samsara. And what is moksha? Again it says, the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, 4th verse, Trishna matraka baddha tannasha moksha uchyate. Very simple. Trishna matra baddha. He is bound who has the desire. Name, fame, this, that. So many varieties of desire. The subtle desire is name and fame. Very subtle desire. The one Swami was a great Swami, president of our order. And he was a very highly scholar. Then one person went and told, when you talk is a beautiful way you explain, why don't you write? Then he said, no, I have problem in the knee. Knee is the problem. What about writing the book? No, after writing the book and publishing, I have to go to sell it also. So I am not interested. The most of the writer, immediately after the publication, they will go on. That is another problem. Hey, I have published the book, please purchase. Who asked you to publish the book? and you are asking me to put. So this is the whole problem. Desire. But writing the book and then forget about it, that is a different thing. That's why the rishis, so many rishis, there are so many Vedabhyasas. If you read, there are so many Vedabhyasas. They all dedicate to one Vedabhyasa, that's all. Not that one Vedabhyasa wrote everything. There are great souls. They wrote it and dedicated in the name of one Vedabhyasa. Can you imagine? So that is called no desire. Na tannasha moksha uchyate. And we find the Avadhuta in his own way, he is describing the Brahman. In chapter 6 and sloka 3, we find the mind. Here it says the mind. He used the word mind, mana, but means Brahman is verily supreme, undivided, all-pervasive, and devoid of largeness and smallness. This is the problem. You cannot describe Brahman. But at the same time, you have to say something about Brahman because our whole thing depended on Brahman. And you can never say anything. So what they do, almost all the rishis, they always try to express the Brahman in a different way. They will take you very close to it. And they say in this way, the Brahman is verily supreme. This is one idea. Second, it is undivided. You cannot divide it. Third, it is all pervasive and devoid of largeness and smallness. The moment you say all pervasive, oh, that means it is large. The moment you say large, an idea of largeness will come, it is also small. That's why in the Upanishad you find Anaro Aniyan, Mahato Mahiyan, Atmasya Janta Nihito Guhayam. What is that? It is minutest. At the same time, it is all pervading. Where it is staying? In your mind. In your soul. The soul that you see, that is that. So one young boy came to his father, he was a teacher. Every time he would say, that is a cow, that is a horse. Why can't you say, this is Brahman? Tell me in that fashion. Whenever I ask about Brahman, you go on telling this, that. Why not? This is Brahman. You know the answer of the father? He said, you are Brahman. Now you go and think, what part of me is Brahman? So this way, Brahman means you cannot express, you can feel, you can understand. So that it says, Mano eva nirantara sarvagatam. Here the word mana means Brahman. Nirantara sarvagatam vishala abhishala bihina param. Vishala, it is big, at the same time, it is minutest. Mana eva nirantara sarva shivam. This Brahman is the auspiciousness. Manasapi katham vachasa chakatham. Now when it is like this, how can you think in your mind about Brahman? It is not possible. And forget about expressing it through words. So he says, Manasapi katham. How it is possible to think about Brahman? This is very tricky way. The when you are thinking something, that means you are separate and that is an object you are thinking, isn't it? So some of the grandmothers may be here right this moment thinking about the grandchildren. They are sitting over here listening Avadhuta but thinking about the grandchildren. It is possible. They will laugh. And when you are thinking, that means they are separate, you are separate, isn't it? Otherwise, you won't be able to think. How many times do you think about yourself? Mostly we don't. Because it is existence. I am there. All the time I will go before a mirror. Oh, I am like this. Okay, I should not forget that I am like this. Do I do that? Do we do that? No. Why? Because we know how we are. It is just like that. It's a feeling. And you need not to bother about anything, whether it is the small one or the big one, and it is an object. No. Oh, I have to think about Brahman. How can you? It is not object. It's not separate from you. How can you think about it? Friends, now we have to imagine the Brahma Jnana means how difficult it is. When our mind is also not able to think about it, how to realize it then? They say, if you go on understanding it, then the cover that is on that, it is already there within you. You are that, only you have forgotten that. Sometimes the Alzheimer people, they forget that the doctors, they will give the medicine, the treatment and other thing. Slowly one day you'll say, oh yes, why I am sitting over here, doctor? What I am doing with you? Now, okay, you need not to sit before me. Now you are okay, go. So it is the moment you know that you are there, you don't need anything. Guru, Shishya, scripture, temple, God, no, nothing is necessary. I am that I am. And that is Vedanta. That is Vedanta. Swami Vivekananda, he has given the Vedanta in a very modern way. He said, Atma Vishwasa. It's not ego, but self-confidence. I can do. Why? I am the son of God. I can do it. It is possible. It's not ego, but confidence. I will do it. I can do it. So it says, how can I? So narrating different aspects of the life, mundane and spiritual, Avadhuta then emphasized that there is no duality. And hence he declared, Ahameva Shiva Parartha iti. I am that auspicious, I am that ultimate. Ahameva Shiva Parartha iti. I am quoting only one verse. Almost the same way in the different verses he is telling the same thing. Ahameva Shiva. Very recently, Shankaracharya, very recently, at least 1,000 years before, that is Shankaracharya also said the same thing. He also said, Manobuddhi ahamkara chittani naham. Many of the beautiful voice singers, they are singing. And some one or two ladies also, they have recorded that Manobuddhi. I told him, the song is good, but what about the meaning? Do you think about the meaning? If you think about the meaning, recording the song will come. Why? I am not the mind. I am not the intellect. I am not this body. I am not the senses. Who am I? Shivoham, Shivoham. This Shiva doesn't mean the Lord Shiva that you worship. It is the auspiciousness. And what is auspicious? What is purity? Again, God only. There is no iota. There is not a pinch of worldliness. And what is worldliness? Desire. And why the desire come? Selfishness. So this is the way. Whenever there will be problem, some calamity is going to come within 3 days. It will be very difficult. No one will be able to go out. You will see immediately all people will go and grab whatever they can find, so that 3 days they should be fine. All the food and these and that, all the groceries, all necessary, they will go and grab. Do they think about other people? I am taking so many things. What will happen to the other people? They never. Why? First is me. Let me survive. Then I will open my window and see if anybody is there or not. So this is the selfishness. Why? I like to survive. This selfishness is natural with us, and that's why we are bound. And that is the reason we are bound. When we can go beyond this, what happened? Shivoham, Shivoham. So this is the way he says. Now comes, who is actually getting the liberation? Who we are? Then the Vedanta says Jivatma. Jiva, Atma. Jiva means individual being. Atma means the soul. The individual being and its soul. That's called Jivatma. When the Hindus, they know these words mostly. And they always say, Jivatma Paramatma se milit ho gaye. When the person is dead, they will take him to the cremation ground, and then they will say, Jivatma Paramatma se milit ho gaye. What is this Jivatma actually? Here I find that the Jivatma, the individual self, about it, Shankaracharya very wonderfully describing. He says, Buddhi, Indriya, Swardham, Sabritti, Katri Rakshanaha, Vijnanamaya Koshaha. I will explain. Buddhi, this word we are familiar, we know the intellect, Buddhi. Then Indriya Sardhaihi, again the other Indriyas, that is our ego. And when it is associated with Jnanendriyas, it's called Vijnanamaya Kosha, the knowledge seat. Buddhi, determinative faculty is the Buddhi, and it's Vritti. Vritti means modification, that is the ego, along with the organs of knowledge. We know the organs of knowledge. Chakshu, Karna, Nashika, Jivha and Tak. These are the five. Chakshu, Karna, Nashika, Jivha and Tak. The one lady, she memorized these Sanskrit words. Chakshu, Karna, Nashika, Jivha. But she was not knowing which one is what. So when I was showing, for a flashback it went to my mind, am I also showing it the same way? So she was showing Chakshu and Karna. It was a very funny way you are showing. It could be, but it is not like now. The Chakshu, Karna, Nashika, Jivha and Tak. These Sanskrit words means the eye, the ear, the nose, the tongue and the skin. So through the touch, these are the five Jnanendriyas. Only five. Only five. And through these, all that we learn through these only. How? The eye is learning? No. It's just a machine. It goes and collects information and give it to the mind. And mind immediately is very busy assorting those things. Oh, this I should take and this should not necessary. Then it takes the final decision. That is buddhi. When the mind, after all this examination, takes a decision, that part of the mind is called buddhi, intellect. On that intellect, the reflection of the Paramatma is very spatial. And that is why that buddhi starts feeling I and mine. So I, the ego, the Jivatma, it comes from that. It's not that the Hindu, the philosophy, they don't say in this way. They say it is the reflection, it is not original, reflection of the Atman. Reflection is not original, but behaves like the original. Suppose the sunlight is reflecting on his water, the water will also become warm. The sunlight is warm, the water will also become warm. And the children, they'll be playing with that one type of the glasses, and they'll be putting that glass reflecting the sunlight on a piece of paper, and suddenly they'll catch fire. How it is possible? That particular piece of the glass is not having that power, but still it is showing that it is having the power. How it is possible? Reflection. Same way, I am thinking that there is no God. But who is thinking? Reflection only. At the moment that original light will be off, the reflection will be off. Then he will say, oh, I can't think at all. We are so proud to deny the existence of God. No, we are scientific people, we don't accept God. God means all villagers only they do. But if the God is not giving you the light, where your thinking will go? The Shankaracharya says, Gyanendriya plus Buddhi plus Ahamkar is formed Vijnanamaya Kosha, knowledge sit. You know the 5 sits are there? This is the last one. And this is, they say, I and mine. Ego is this one. This Vijnanamaya Kosha, knowledge sit, in reality it is inert. It is inert. It is not active. But we feel it is active, each and every one of us. I am standing over here, giving you the talk, explaining the Avadhuta Gita. But all that is happening with the help of that reflected knowledge, reflected power, reflected intellect. So all reflected. That is why Avadhuta, he is bringing the mind to that. But due to the reflection of the Chaitanya, due to the reflection of the consciousness, the feeling I and this doership. So the example is the mirror, example is the water. Some of the people in the villages in the winter time, they don't have that money, but they need some warm water. You know what they will do? Early morning they will put the bucket full of water outside. From the morning till noon, that water will become warm, then they will bathe. They are also bathing in the warm water. But how they are utilizing? Sun rays. It is possible that moment, the moment we understand this truth only, we are free from me and mine. We are free from ego. Our problem is our ego. Someone, he has read some books. Books means the knowledge of other people. Look at it. He collected some information from the other people's knowledge, from the books. And then, with that, he has submitted his thesis. Then he became doctorate. And I am a doctorate. He becomes so proud. With the help of what? In the beginning, you are taking the help of so many people, all their knowledges, and then go a little back and think about it when other people could not, how you could. Suppose everybody becomes Nobel laureate. Who will be interested to become a Nobel laureate? No. Why? All people are having like that. So some special, when other people are not having, I am having that pride. But from this point we have to go back. Whose pride is this? Who says that I am having the Nobel Prize? Who says that? Intellectual mind. What is this mind? How we can do it? So the Vedanta says, don't be proud of it. Become confident. Well, it's good, confident, but don't be proud of it. Why you are not having this? It's the reflection of that supreme consciousness. So become humble. It's the reflection of the supreme consciousness. And it says in this way, when the Avadhuta almost complete with all this, he says, I am that Shiva. Ahameva Shiva Paramartha iti. That is the truth. In the 6th chapter completing with this, Ahameva Shiva Paramartha iti. I am that supreme consciousness. How can I say that? When I remove that ego, what remains? Only consciousness. When that on the buddhi, the reflection is coming, and I am so busy with the reflection, now I stop that and turn towards the original thing. Oh, that is the sun. And the sun is giving the reflection to me. So I should become the sun. That is the desire. God realization means I should become God. That should be the desire. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is telling the goal of every human life is to God realization. It should be. God realization. How it is possible? We are all sinners, we are all limited, we are all these. Right this moment you are thinking in this way. The moment you understand that I am also the same consciousness, then all the bondages that is on me and the limitation that is on me, it will go away. And what will come? A tremendous self-confidence. And with that self-confidence, all desire will go away. And when the desire gone, then what happens? You become Avadhuta. Avadhuta is telling you, become Avadhuta. And what is this Avadhuta? He is giving that expression. Don't be afraid of the outer thing. He says, Rattha Karpata Virachita Kantha, Punya Punna Vivarjita Pantha, Shunna Gare Tishtati Nagno, Shuddha Niranjana Samarasa Magna. That is Avadhuta. Only in 2 lines he is expressing. Wearing very ordinary dress, and that too, the torn clothes, the people they throw, Avadhuta will go and collect it and stitch it and then wear it. You'll never purchase it. Don't be afraid, oh my God, if I have to be Avadhuta, I have to do like that. No, it is only external. Those who have read the biography of Sri Ramakrishna, you know, when a Brahmagyani came and he was eating the food from a dog. Then Sri Ramakrishna got scared and went to the mother. Mother, shall I have to be like this? And no, that is all external. So it says that wearing very ordinary dress, Rattha Karpata Virachita Kantha. In Bengali and some other Indian languages, they say Katha. You know what is that Katha? Old clothes. They will put in one place and they will stitch in such a nice way that become very costly afterwards. The Kantha, and it is the beautiful way they stitch. Our ladies, our mothers are so talented. All these torn clothes, old clothes, they will wash it and make it a small pieces, and then they will make it in such a nice way, so many varieties of color. Then people will go and purchase it, and they will be so happy. But what they have purchased? All old clothes only. So when the Avadhuta is wearing, no, we are also wearing that. This is called wearing only ordinary clothes, mostly made of rags, live a free life without caring for merit or demerit, virtue or vice, never care for that. Why? He is already that. We always go to the temple. Why? Now at least once in a week I should go to the temple to pray to God. They say hello to the boss. Now I am here, please don't forget. I am remembering you, but as because I am so busy I cannot come on the weekdays, at least Sunday I will come, passing somewhere, going somewhere, but I come and hello God, I am here, I'll respect you. God should not forget me. Not necessary at all. Why? You are God yourself. In the second verse we will say, you are God yourself. So it lives in beautiful way. It's not caring for the merit or demerit or virtue or vice. Avadhuta is carefree, mendicant, lives in a deserted place, absorbed in pure bliss of Brahman. Only wearing very ordinary dress, living in a secluded place, no. Sometimes the homeless also doing the same thing. They are all alone and all the torn clothes. Are they Avadhuta? Last word you should remember. He is living with what? Pure bliss of Brahman. He is living with the pure bliss of Brahman. Externally, almost same. A great monk and an ordinary person, Bhagavan, almost the same. But no, externally. Internally, the monk is living in the bliss of Brahman. And when he is living in the bliss of Brahman, what happened? Dharmadau moksha parjanta nidhiha sarvata bhayam katham raga viragascha kathayanti vipaschitaha. With the 7th, 14th verse it says, Avadhuta never desire righteousness, wealth, enjoyment or liberation. Scholars are therefore confused to understand them. This type of people, they don't want anything. That's why the people are sometimes confused to understand them. This is called Avadhuta. There's a movement came, some people became disinterested in the religion, a so-called religion, which has a list of do's and don'ts. So some young people say, no, we should go back to the normal. So that was a turn towards the East. The Eastern religion they liked. And they started accepting the Eastern guru. Why? We should live in the freeness. But only living in the forest or wearing ordinary dresses, that won't help you. The main thing is your thought. And when your thought is not pure, understanding is not clear, outside things won't help. So Avadhuta says in this way. Then in the 8th chapter, we are concluding in 1st and 2nd verse, he gives how you can understand this man has realized. Again, you see, it says, Tad yatraya vyapakata hatate. In a beautiful way, he is explaining. Oh Brahman, I am sorry because I was going to the pilgrimage, not knowing that you were everywhere. I did a mistake. By going on a pilgrimage to seek your blessings, I have denied your omnipresence, isn't it? I have denied your omnipresence. You are everywhere. But not understanding that, not knowing that, I went to the pilgrimage and then I offered all those things to the God. It says, Tad jatraya vyapakata hatate. Te vyapakata. You are all pervading hata. I have denied. That is a sin that I have committed. I should know that God is everywhere, anywhere. God is there. Dhyanena cheta parato hatate. When I was meditating, by meditating on you, I have given you form and denied the formlessness aspect of you. Whenever we are meditating on the form of God. And by that way, O God, that you are formless, I am denying. This is also seen. And the third, stutva taya bhagaparato hatate. Stutva taya bhagaparato hatate. By chanting your glory, I have denied your indescribable nature. And this is Avadhuta Samhita. When the Avadhuta says like this, can you imagine the height of the spirituality, the height of the mind which can imagine this? I am not going anywhere because God is everywhere. I am not going to chant the name of God because God cannot be described. I am not going to meditate on God because God is formless. But you always do that. Why? We don't know. Not that we should stop it. That is necessary to going like that. When a little boy going to school, and when you say going to school is nothing, you have to go to the university, and then from the university you must learn and then give up the university too. You must be a knowledgeable person. People should come to you. If he is not starting going to the school, what will happen? And if you say you need not to go to the school, the child will be very happy. Oh, my father is telling not to go to the school. Very good, father. You must have to go. So when we are talking this, of the Avadhuta, this is the ultimate condition of the spirituality. When you have realized that God is all pervading, then you can say, how can I meditate on God? How can I go on pilgrimage? And if I am going on telling about God, the God is like this and that, then I am actually making a mistake, because God cannot be described. Shantakaram bhujagashayanam, we are describing. His form is like this, he is sleeping on a snake, all describing. And the moment we are describing, we are making it limited. So he says, no, you cannot. Then he is telling this way, Kamai upahata dhi. When we are meditating, when we are realizing, then our life is transforming. How we will understand that? Some people, they say, how we will know that we have realized God? And we need not to ask. That is the thing that automatically it will come within you. But friends, if we notice, the realization of God means transformation of the qualities. The wonderful qualities that will manifest. Realization of God doesn't mean I have the power to walk on the water or fly without anything in the air. Not like that. This means kamai upahata dhi. He is a completely desire-free. He is a danto, controlled mind. Mridu is gentle. He is shuchi, pure. Akinchana, without possession. Not greedy, neat a book. And shanta, serene. Steadfast, sthira. Take refuge in the self alone is a sage. Mat sharana iti. Then again he continues, apramatya gambhiratma dhritiman jita shadagunaha amani manada kalpo maitra karunika iva kabihi kripalu akrita droha sthitikshu sarvadehinam satya syara anabadhyatma sama sarvopakaraka. I will just translate this. Apramatta, vigilant. You will never ever do anything wrong. Always alert. See, the monks means, I always say, we have taken some vows. And grihastha means, householder means, you have taken some vows. Particularly those who are married, if you remember, because that time you were so in great joy, you don't remember what actually you were telling. That must be. But if you listen to the father what he is telling, or the priest what he is telling, and try to understand the meaning of it, you will find you are promising, I am responsible to protect my wife. All through my life I will protect her. This is the promise. In the church and in the temple, same promise. You must have to. Then after that, you are taking care of your family. Why? Because all this society depends on you. If you are not a good father and a good mother, the children won't be good. Then the bad children means bad result on the society. It's like the dirt we collect from the floor, our own house, and throw it in the garbage bin. No, it is not like that. Those children, they will go on the society, create problem in the society. All the bad things that they are doing over there, all the bad result will come to you. So this is the great responsibility of the parents. And the monks, do you know what type of promises we take? Our guru is sitting, God is there, Ganga water, then the same fire, and we touch that fire and the Ganga water in front of the Guru, we promise we are not going to hurt anyone. We are not going to go for name, fame, money and property. No. So that is God. Samadrishtutva. I am not going to love my own family separately and the others separately. No. So that is called the promises. If you break, you can break. Nobody is going to arrest you, but you won't be a monk. The same way, this is nothing but the promises. And that's why in the particularly Ramcharit Manas, it says, Raghukula Riti Sadachali Ai, Prana Yau, Bachan na Jai. That is called religion. That is called promise. I have given the promise, given the word, I am going to keep it till my death. What is religion? Only going to the temple? Only lighting the lamp? And then dancing in for something? No, it is not religion. Religion means keeping the promises. And what will happen? Apramatya, Gambiratma, profound, Dhritiman, steady, Jita Shadaguna, controlled mind, Amani, humble, Manada, give honor to all, Kalpo, well-mannered, Maitra, friendly, Karunika, compassionate, Kavihi, far-sighted, Kripalu, gracious, Akrita Doha, non-violent, Stitikshu, forbearing to all being, Titikshu Sarvadehinam, Satyasara, truthful, Anabadhyatma, impartial, and never ever take this is me and that is them. No. And Sama Sarvapakaraka, beneficent to all. He is completely a blessed soul. So what is God's realization? This quality is only. We always say we don't need God. Okay, don't need. That's why the Hindu, they say, if you are not visiting temple, still you are a Hindu. Why? If you develop these qualities. The Swami Vivekananda, he is teaching us a prayer. Come, become a human. Come, become a human. What is this human? These promises. I should develop all these good qualities. Those people who are educated, well off, many of these qualities are there. They are well-mannered, they are controlled mind, and they are friendly, compassionate. So many good qualities are there. Only a few left. If we can develop that, think of the blessedness. And before the death, he will be the most happy person. As Rabindranath, he sang, Maranare tuhu mama shama shaman. Death, you are my God. Come and take this old body from me, and then I am going to be liberated and mixed with you, the Supreme God. No fear. That is the idea, that is the concept. So when we have read this, compassionate, you must feel for others, pray for others. When we are praying to God with the tearful eyes, God, those people are suffering everywhere. You are so compassionate, so powerful. Please help them. You are a religious man. Instead of going to the temple, church, mosque, and synagogue, if you pray for this way, you are a religious man. Religion doesn't mean that you have to have all this. That helps only. This our temple, churches, this helps, just like the school and colleges, helps us to learn education. But education is different. If I regularly go to the college, am I become a very educated person? No, there are so many people sweeping the floor and do every day, whole through their life they are in the university only. No, it's the same way. If we regularly go to the temple and doing this and that, it means nothing. So this is very, very important. These qualities we must try to imbibe. And constantly we should, I am a human being. I cannot do anything wrong. I cannot criticize others. I cannot do harm to others. This is called apramatya. And profound. Whatever we should know properly. And non-violent. Not only eating vegetarian food, no. Not criticizing others. Not thinking bad about others. So that is also non-violence. So this is the way we should learn. Thank you, devotees. Thank you, friends. Now we have completed a great book. That's called Avadhuta Gita. And don't think it ends here. Because from the next Sunday, we are going to start a wonderful conversation between a son and a mother. And I leave it to you, who is the son and who is the mother. Of course, I will tell you in the next Sunday, but that you have to come. Let us chant this mantra and we conclude. Please repeat after me. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Maruta Stunnanti Dipyaistavai Vedai Sangha Padakrama Upanishadai Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam Nabidu Sura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om.